What's going on? Trev2323 here again. I'm gonna be going over right now the door handle, and this is a 2007 Ford Focus. The door handle is broken. It does not open the door if you go like this. It'll still open from the inside, but it won't open from the outside, and there's a little clip in here that actually broke, so we got to get this off. What you're gonna need is a T20 screwdriver. Actually, I had one, but I didn't know it was a T20, so I purchased it right here. It was like $5 for both of them, and there's a T20 and a T15 in it. And you're going to need a 1/4-inch socket and a flathead screwdriver. I'll explain to you why in a little bit. I ordered the part right here from 1A Auto. It's a replacement part for my year. It says it looks exactly the same, so actually all it does is pop in, but you have to get it out. So we're gonna have to take the door off right now, so let me explain a little bit what we're gonna have to do. First thing we're gonna take off is the T20 little screw right in the middle of here. We're gonna take that one off, and we're gonna take off the little electric wires to get this out right here. We're gonna pop this off right here. This don't need no tools, it just pops off frontwards to come out right here. You push frontwards and it'll come out. And then there's T20 screws, T20 Torx all the way around the door. You're gonna have to file all the way around the door, and you got to get all those T20s out. There's like 2 or 3 at the bottom, 2 and 3 on the bottom. There's some on the side right there, and we're gonna take this off. And here's the crazy thing that I didn't know about. In this handle right here, this actually pops off, and there's some 1/4-inch nuts behind this right here. So let's get started with this. All right, removing the first T20 right in here. This is gonna come out, and actually I'm gonna just put them in these are smaller ones right here, so I'm gonna put these in the drink holder. But sometimes it has a little cap over it. If you don't see the torque, there's a little clip right here. You just put a screwdriver, you pop it up, and then you get access to it right there. Okay, now I put a screwdriver in the top right here to start popping it out. And there's a clip in the back right here that you gotta pop out. And then there's 2 clips in the front that you gotta pop out. Of course, the door handle is not gonna come out with it. The door handle stays in there. But then you gotta remove this clip right here and this clip right here so you don't stretch it, because we do have to take the whole door panel off right here. So you got to move this clip right here and this clip right here, and then we're actually going to remove the door handle also. You know what, I don't know, we'll see if we're going to remove it. I still don't know yet. All right, be right back. For the clips to get them off, this one has a real little, this kind of blurry, a real little clip right here that you got to bend back on, and that one will pull off. And then this one right here got the same little clip also that you're going to bend back on to pull off. Okay, now this is for the mirrors right here. This one right here got to pop off frontwards. Sometimes it takes a little bit of pressure. Let me see if I get that right here. Okay, let me hold. Okay, this is the next thing we got to pop off. We got to hit it frontwards and it'll come right off. So let me try to do that right now. Okay, if you see, there's a clip in the back, and then this actually just holds on in the front and clips in the back. So you just put a little pressure frontwards, put the pressure frontwards, and it comes off frontwards. There's no screws or no nothing. And then there's another clip you got to take off right there, but you really don't have to take it off. I'm going to take it off just to get it out of my way, because we are going to have to lift the door panel up. But you just put pressure frontwards and it'll come out, okay? Okay, I'm not fighting with that little clip. That one was a little bit hard to get out, so I'm gonna leave that for right now, see if I can work around it. And I'm gonna start on the T20s all the way around the door. There's 2 on here, 3 on the bottom, I think 2 on the other side. So I'm gonna start on those right now. The T20 I bought, you really gotta open the door all the way, because you see it barely fits in there. So we look for a shorter T20, but I gotta put it all the way in there, so the door has to be opened up all the way. Okay, whoever worked at the factory on this one was a little gung-ho. They got washers on. The bottom one came out really easy, but the washer is actually behind the plastic on this one. So I'm gonna save that last and try to work that out when I have all of them off and I'm taking the door off. Okay, all T20s are out. There was 2 on the side, over here, 2 on that side. There was actually 4 across the bottom. But 4 across the bottom, whoever was gung-ho really screwed this up when they were putting it on, because they put it too tight on that one. The washer went all the way through, and the bottom one was stripped. So out of the 4 of them, 3 of them were holding on, and the other one was just spinning freely. And then there was 2 more on that side right here. So the next thing we're gonna do is pop out this right here with a screwdriver. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's not even a flathead. Need a flathead. Let's pop that out. Oh, see, it flew right off. And then right there and right there is a 1/4-inch nut right here, but they're pretty deep, so you're gonna have to have a long socket to get in there. You can't do it with a short socket. And those are 1/4-inch to get them out. They are 1/4-inch, and there's 2 of them, and that's the main thing that's holding the door together, the door in. All right, that one's all the way loose. I'll jiggle it out in a bit. Let me get this other one down here out, and then after that we should be able to lift the door and pull the door off. Be right back. Those were actually pretty hard to get out with the socket. I don't got a magnet on my socket, so they were actually in there, so I had to kind of jiggle it and play around with it to get them out, because you don't want them in there when you're trying to lift the door, because they might just like kind of go back in a little bit and snag. But like I said, I had to kind of jiggle the socket around this way and this way to be able to get them out, or otherwise get a magnet and stick it in there, but I didn't want to run in and grab the magnet. Okay, now you're gonna need a little force with finesse, if that makes any sense, because you got to get the door panel off without trying to break anything. So the easiest place to get it off from is right over here on the bottom side, so you can see it. Okay, from the bottom side right here, you can, it's already loose right here, but then it has to come up and out right here. I don't really want to take that off right there. I want to try to get the door panel out, but if that comes out, that comes out. So let me finagle this and let you know for sure how I got it. Okay, what I didn't think was gonna come out actually had to come out. If you see right here, this is the rain shield, the drip shield for the rain right here, and this is the raw door panel right here. So the whole drip shield got to be lifted off of this. So you got to lift it off of this, and I did leave this on right here, and you just got to make sure you're gentle when you put it back in. The next thing I'm gonna do is try to peel this off. A lot of times, look, if you look at it right here, there may have been a problem with it before, because this is already appears as if it were torn off before. There's clips right here on the big foam. You could take the big foam off right here, and there's one more at the bottom. See that? Well, let me see if I can get the one off the bottom off. If not, I could just lean it back. There it is. Actually, it just fell right out. That'll go back on. If you're new to this, very novice, take pictures. I always say take pictures, and it'll remind you how to put it back on. And this was already peeled down one time, so I can almost guarantee you that this has been replaced one time before. Now the only other T20 we got to get out is behind this plug right here. We got to pry this plug off. Right here, there's a plug on the door. The door keeps opening wider and wider. And inside there, that's the last T20 torque, and that's what's holding it on. You have to be extremely careful with this one, because you got to put your hand in through the opening right here to catch it, because if that falls, you're going to be digging it out from the car, and good luck finding it. I got my hand in the door as I'm turning the torque, the T20, to get that screw off, and I'm actually holding the nut from the inside so it don't fall. But this is a really long one. I'm able to do the rest by hand right now, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm doing the rest by hand, but man, this thing is uber long. It actually screws into the outside. See how long that one was? With that off, this right here is the next part that we got to try to pry off here. But we got to try to pry it off without taking the lock off. And see, just with a screwdriver, it pries right off. Now with the kit we bought, we have a whole new protector here. So after I get everything off, I'm going to go ahead and get it out. But this right here actually just slides backwards and should come out when you slide it backwards. Let's pull it back, pull it on it backwards. And then look at, like, that's how it goes in and that's how it comes out. Now I'm thinking this might not be the problem. Because look, the clip on it is still good. So I'm thinking it might not be the problem. Man, I'm hoping I don't gotta take the whole mechanism off on the inside, but we'll see. Maybe it just unhooked from the mechanism. I'm comparing both of them right now, and as you can see, this one right here is locked, smashed in, and this one right here, there's room in between the clip. So I am going to go ahead and switch it out and put it in and see if it makes a difference to open the door. But the one on the left is completely smushed in, and the one on the right, there's room in between the other piece. So let's see if that's the problem. Let's say, since I'm right here, let me show you how to put it on. It has to go in here first. You got to put the front end in first, and then the back end. Oh, where you go? Oh, I zoomed it on accident. Let me do that again. Okay. You got to put the front end in first, and then the back end, and then push it forward. That actually feels like it is clipping on something, so let me close the door and see if that's what it is. Okay, so that's off right now. I got to pop this back in, screw it in from the back. But if you see, it still goes out and doesn't come back in. So that's how to change this door handle, because I just changed the door handle. But I got a bigger problem than the door handle. If you can see, let me try to get a good view in there. Okay, that's the mechanism right here. This is the door handle right here that you pull in and out. Okay, if you can see all the way at the top, try not to put too much light on there, it's cracked. This right here is cracked. When you pull the door handle, there's a little lever here that goes down, and this that goes down unlocks the door. Let's try to put my... So when you pull the door handle out, there's a spring. When you pull the door handle out, there's a spring, and that little lever pushes it out when you open the door handle and lets it back up. But this spring mechanism up here is cracked on mine, so now I gotta look to order that part. I'll show you how to put the other door handle back together. That's how you change that door handle if it's broken, but there's two parts to it, so my part is the second part that's broken, so I gotta start looking up that part. All right. Okay, so I'm recapping what happened on my 07 Ford Focus. I didn't finish the job, it got too dark. It's common that the plastic little clip on the door handle breaks off. The part's $24, you get it from A1 Auto. So instead of me taking off the panel and inspecting the car, I just ordered a part thinking it was just going to be the clip, because that was a common problem. So if that clip does break on yours, I showed you how to take it off and put the new one on, but putting it back is just doing it in reverse. What turned out on my car was the actual, in the back, the die-cast metal, there's a little die-cast metal clip that goes behind the door handle. So when you pull the door handle, the clip goes up and pushes the pin down to unlock the door. Well, the die-cast metal clip broke off of mine. So it's a lot bigger job than what I thought. I probably can do the job, but right now I don't have the time. It's above my pay grade. The part you can get from the dealer, but I believe it's $202. They do sell it at the junkyard, but the trouble is trying to find the whole part, because you got to buy the the whole part from behind the door handle. It goes into the locking mechanism on the door, and then the cable goes to the door handle. So it's a pretty big part. You can find it at a junkyard, but the problem's going to be is junkyards won't sell them out of a good door. They'll only sell them out of the door that's crashed up already. So right now I took it to one of my buddy that he has a shop, and I'm going to say on this one it's above my pay grade. I don't got the time to do it, so it's the holiday right now, so he's going to go ahead and see if he can locate the part. Then he's going to give me a call when he gets the part for me. But I wish I could show you the video of changing the whole mechanism, but I did show you the video on changing the door handle, and right now I don't got the time to do the other part, so I got to have somebody else do it. I hope you learned at least a little bit something, and have a good holiday. Thank you. Bye.